hadn't heard any decision about Full Metal. I just recorded that first episode, and that's all I did. And then something even weirder happened. I got a call from a game studio in Dallas saying, we need to record the Full Metal Alchemist video game because they want to release it at the same time as it hits Cartoon Network, so we need to get on it now so that it'll be done, right? So you need to come in and play Ed. But you're not cast yet. We don't have a confirmation. Do you know what that means? That means that if they had replaced me, the first video game would have my voice on it as Ed, and then some other guy the whole rest of the time. So I did it, and then, hi Kitty. So I did it, and then at some point, months after the original audition, I got a call from them, and they said, okay, the Japanese like you as Ed, you're Ed. And it took a long time to find out about that. But, and you want to hear the best part, you guys? As fans, you're going to love this story. During the time that it premiered at Otakon, and I waited to get cast, and then I got cast, and several months passed before we started recording, I started getting letters from fans. Now, remember what I told you at the beginning of the talk? I'd done 40 or 50 shows at this point, and I had never gotten emails like this. Before the show even started, before I ever recorded the show, I was getting mail from fans going, hey Vic, my name is so-and-so, and I heard you just got cast as Edward Elric in Full Metal Alchemist. You better not screw it up. I am not kidding you. I was terrified. I was like, holy crap. They're gonna kill me. I got a lot of them. They're like, Funimation is known as Dragon Ball Z, and I was very troubled when I heard that they got Full Metal, and I hope they don't destroy it, and you better not ruin Edward Elric, I love him. I mean, and I was kind of nervous. So when I finally went in to record the first episode, and we did it over again, I was filled with a little bit more, what's the word?
Angst.
Trepidation, a little more apprehension, like, oh, I was much more relaxed when I had no idea what this was. Yeah, terror is a good word. And so, fear. Yes, fear leads to the dark side. So we started, and I literally said to them, I was hearing Romy, the original Japanese actress, Seiyu. I was hearing Romy in my ear. And I said to the directors, I can't sound like that. She's, number one, she's a female. And I mean, you know, she's got a higher voice, much higher voice than I do. And I'm like, do you want me to try to push my voice higher? I mean, do you want me to go higher or try to make it whatever? And the director said, no. Your audition that we sent to the Japanese is what they want. They want that. That's what they liked. And they wanted him to sound more masculine in English than he sounded in the original. So that's why they actually ended up choosing a guy to play the boy instead of a girl, which is typical. Younger boys often get voiced by girls. In fact, they tried a lot of girls for Alphonse's character. Monica read for among others, read for Alphonse. But as luck would have it, Funimation happened to have this little 12-year-old boy who had already done some stuff in Fruits Basket, and he was just a cute, little, talented kid who could read really well and very expressive with his voice, and it was like perfect, because, I mean, gosh, Al's, you know, around that age, and here's a boy around that age. It was perfect. And you know what the best thing was? And you know why they chose him? Why they ended up choosing a little 12-year-old instead of a grown-up professional actress? Because Al doesn't have mouth flaps. Bet you didn't think about that, did you? He's a metal box, metal helmet, right? If that poor little 12-year-old had to match the mouth flaps and perform, probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, even without the mouth flaps, poor little Al, poor little Aaron, he'll tell you, even now, he would record for 15 or 20 minutes and then he would get stir crazy in the little box, like a classic little kid who like, I want to go do something else now. I'm getting all antsy and being cooped up in this room. And so, you know, they had to work with him and promise to give him things and promise to let him play some video games. They would be like, if you do 3 more lines, Aaron, we'll let you go play Halo for 15 minutes. Literally, they bribed him to get it, you know, but that's what they had to do. But that's why they ended up being able to use Aaron at such a young age, because Al didn't have any mouth flaps. That's one of the hardest things to do, is perform the line and match the mouth movements at the same time. It's very tricky. So that's how I got it, and that's how I ended up playing that role. How are we on time? I know we started really late, so when are we supposed to stop? Well, we're supposed to stop at 5 had we started at 4, but what time did we start? Right. What time? Can somebody from staff tell me? Even though we started late? Okay, well, I want to get to as many questions as possible. Yeah. Do I what? Ed and envy? That's kind of incestuous, isn't it? Envy is like Ed's brother, right? Well, not in brotherhood, that's true. But see, I can't distinguish, I can't separate the two. Not only that, but you know what? I always get in trouble when anyone ever asks me a question about envy, and when I refer to envy, I refer to envy as she, this or that. Well, that's because Wendy plays her, and I know Wendy, and I think of Wendy as envy. In fact, I write Wendy, I call her Wendy. I'm literally like, hey, Wendy, you know, W-E-N-V-Y. No, I know, I don't support that. That's scary. Let's spread it around here. Yes, sweet. Hi.
Let's see. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One is, have you ever, like, turned down a role and regretted it?
No. You want to get heavy for a minute with me?
Yeah.
The only reason I've ever turned down a role is because I felt like I felt like my faith and what I try to hold to and what I believe would not allow me to play that role, and I never regretted that. I'm not being all, don't let anyone get freaked out, okay? I'm not being all religious or anything. I'm just sharing my heart. This is good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. It's not heavy, mean, angry stuff. It's good stuff. I always believed that if I listened to the voice inside me that said, I really would rather you not do that, something else always came along. And I always felt like I did the right thing by turning it down, and I felt like if I honored that conviction in the first place, then other good things would come because of it. So no, there are several shows that I could tell you about that I was offered roles in, or could have played in, or auditioned for, and I just didn't do it. And some of them are very popular shows, but I have to believe that if you do the right thing, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it will come back to you, you know?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I know, you know, you guys probably know enough about me to know that my faith is a very big part of my life. I'm rather verbal about it, but I'm not judgmental, I'm not condemning. I share it, I share what I share out of love. And so nobody should be insulted or offended or angry by it. It comes out of a place of wanting to share, you know, a good thing with people. So that's why I share it, and I appreciate you asking. And you had a second question.
My second question is, will you give my friend a hug?
I'm gonna hug the heck out of your friend. Get up here. Her face is gonna turn white because I'm gonna squeeze all the blood out of it. Come here. Question. We've got time for like one or two more. Yes, sir. Great question. Yes. You know who? Okay, okay. This is going to use up the rest of our time, but it's a good story, so I have to tell you, okay?